Hey, hi guys. So I have another video for you guys. Right now I'm going to be I was thinking of doing some winter time type of sets that I have in full size bottles. I do have kind of like, I would say not huge collection, but I do have a little bit bigger full sizes. And throughout the year, I buy my scents and I let them age for so long, and then I'll start using them and figuring out which scents work when, in what type of climate, what type of scents work better, like in the fall or in the winter. And I found that these performed pretty well in colder weather, and they just remind me of winter time. So I just thought it was fitting that it's winter and we're already towards the end of December. I would be choosing most of these as my daily scents. So I just wanted to let you guys know what I choose as my daily scent. So the first one that I have is it's Soltice Scents Post Prandial. So this is what I have. Post Prandial. It's a really pretty scent. It's in a roller ball, and I really like this one. The notes are vanilla, Irish cream, coffee, chocolate, bourbon, and pipe tobacco. This is one, I've had this scent for quite a while, ever since I first started getting into indies. And obviously, when I say quite a while, that means um, just 3 years ago. It's been aging for like around 3+ years. Because first I got into mainstream perfumes, and then I slowly moved into indies. So obviously, if you guys have been into indies way longer, I mean, it's not a long time to be aging 3 years. But for me, this smells like a chocolatey sweetness, and it's like I'm drinking a cappuccino with chocolate in it, and someone was rolling like tobacco behind me, and it's like wafting towards the front. That's what I get with this scent. And it gets creamier and creamier as it dries down, and it's so nice. It's very sweet as it dries down more. You get a vanilla sweet, creamy note, and the tobacco is still there the whole time. And I really do love the way Solstice Scents does their tobacco note. It's very realistic, and it's very prevalent throughout their whole scent. I have a couple of full sizes from them, and I do have a lot of samples from them. So I've tried their tobacco on most of their scents, and I love the way they do tobacco. The I'm thinking it's the Irish cream that's coming out the most too in this scent. It's very creamy. So I picture this definitely in the winter. Like, you have your slippers on and it's cozy, and you're outside and it's snowing, and you're just looking outside the window as you're drinking your coffee, and this is a very comforting scent for me. So I really like this one for the winter. So that's Solstice Scents Post Prandial. So that's the next one I have is Hexennacht de Feliz Dias. I think that's how you say it. Um, so this one is another, like, it's kind of like a darker take on tobacco, and that one was more creamy. This one is more spicy. So the notes on this one are tobacco, bourbon, salted caramel, brown sugar, vanilla, coconut, milk, and cayenne pepper. I get the chocolate and some sort of spiciness, like cinnamon or something like that. And just looking here, I think it's probably that cayenne pepper is what's giving it that spicy note. And this is like if Solstice Scents was like a creamy younger sister, let's say, this would be the spicier older sister of it. She's a little bit more confident. The tobacco is a little harsher here. Um, I find it not as like smooth as like the Soltice scents one. So this one is a little bit more harsh. It's a little bit more like in your face and in the forefront of the scent, but it stays throughout. And that chocolate kind of winds down. It doesn't stay in the dry down. It's just in the beginning for me. And the spiciness is what stays throughout this whole thing for me. So I picture if some of the scents can be worn like day and night, I would picture this one to be worn like at night. You know, you're gonna go have a drink somewhere and you're just going to a bar. This is like a really good one for that. And it's wintertime and it's snowing out and you have some really nice black heels on. And you're dressed in dark colors. That's what I picture when I smell this. So this is nice. This is Hexennacht de Feliz Dias, I think is how you say it. So the next one I have is a pumpkin scent, and I have many pumpkin scents, and I can't get enough of pumpkin. I really like it, but one that I picture like for like the coldest days, I think in winter, is Pumpkin Bourbon by Alchemic Muse, and it looks like this. So this is it, and I think I've reviewed it before. This one has a rich, heady potion of fresh pumpkin puree, nuanced with vanilla extract, cassia root, mahogany wood, and clove bud, with aged bourbon and dark rum. So this smells, it smells like baked goods, like pumpkin bread. It's sweeter and it's a little bit darker than some of my other pumpkin scents because you always see like pumpkin cupcake and pumpkin marshmallow, and I do like all of those scents as well, don't get me wrong, but this seems like it's something darker and it's something for like a really cold night. And I feel like the brisk air as soon as you open the door and the freezing temperatures would not be able to cut through this scent. I think it's strong and it's super intoxicating because I think it's probably the brandy, the bourbon note, and the dark rum is what I think makes it like a darker edge, gives it a darker edge. And I just love this one for the winter. So this one is Pumpkin Bourbon by Alchemic Muse. And so I have another scent that I don't have in full size, and I really wish I did have it. But I do have a sample of it. Let me go ahead and get it. Okay, so I have a scent right here that I don't have a full size, but I do have a sample of it, and I really want a full size of this one so bad because I am using this sample very sparingly and I'm saving it. This one is New Cobalt. This is Snowcat. It's very popular online. I always see people talking about it, and it's so good. It's popular within reason, for a good reason. I need to remind myself. This one has lightly toasted marzipan, ivory amber, chilled coconut milk, and the soft fur of a purring kitten. So, anytime there's a marzipan note, I call it mazapan. There is definitely something that reminds me of my childhood in this. The mazapan is very sweet and nutty in this scent, and it's so good. The ivory amber comes through so much, and the coconut milk. I would say that the fur of the purring kitten, I I would guess it's there, but I haven't smelled enough of their scents that have that note in them, because I know that a lot of their scents that end with cat, like snow cat and all those different types of scents, I know they have a lot more, but I haven't gotten my hands on them yet, so I can't really distinctly smell the fir note in there, but I feel like it is somehow in there because there is kind of like a musky softness to this, and it's very comforting, but it smells somewhat like a cold winter day. That's what this reminds me of. It smells like mazapan on ice, or like maybe like a mazapan drink, like with coconut milk, iced, like in a tall glass with a lot of ice. This is like the vibe that it's giving me, and it reminds me of snow. It does remind me of snow. It reminds me of something frosted, something icy, an icicle. So this is like a cold winter day. I would wear this. It's perfect, I think, how it is, and I really want a full size of it, and I just haven't gotten around to it because I have so many scents that I am trying out, and all of my samples that I find, just so good, I automatically want to full size them, but I need to wait. I need to really think about it because there are so many scents that I love now. So this is Snowcat by New Cobalt. And the next one I have is Almond Cookies and Milk by Sugar and Milk Company. Sugar and Milk Co. That's what this one looks like. So this I think I got in a swap. And this is a really big bottle. It says it's 10 mLs. The Almond Cookies and Milk. This one is a roller ball. And man, something happened with this scent where when I got it, I could smell all the notes. So let me read you the notes. They're yummy almonds blended with rich buttercream, cookie dough, and delicious warm spices with a sweet vanilla background. So this is a gourmand scent. Very gourmand. It's very warm. It's fluffy, almondy cookies, and it's sweet. And the reason why now I have brought this out and have experienced it again is because I've been baking so many cookies, and I baked some almond cookies and they smell identical to this scent. So I think they did a really good job in encapsulating almond cookies and milk because it smells exactly like an almond cookie and it smells exactly like the ones I made. And if I could capture it in a perfume, it smells exactly like this. But something that happened when I first got this scent, I wore this and my husband kept smelling me, and he's like, "What is that? It's like a popcorn scent." And I'm like, "Oh, is it me?" And I showed it to him and he's like, "Yes, it's that. Why do you want to smell like popcorn?" And I'm like, "It's not popcorn. It's almond cookies." And now when I smell it, I think it's like that thing, with your brain, like once you see something, you can't unsee it anymore. It smells like popcorn to me, and it's not a bad scent, but it's just I want to remember the smell of the almond cookies. And I think I kind of have the popcorn scent in the background, but the almond cookies is like right there in the front, which is good. It's what I want because I guess because I made the cookies and now I'm comparing it to this and it smells exactly like the cookies that I made. Not so much like the popcorn anymore, but I understand why people are saying that this smells like popcorn. Because it does somewhat. But if you want to smell like that, or if you want to smell like almond cookies, I mean, it's the same thing. They're both edible. They're both edible scents. They're both gourmands. They're both great for the winter. And I really like it. It just smells like a buttery cookie. So maybe it's the butter, I think, that is kind of giving it that scent. Maybe people are associating it with popcorn, but I associate it with an almond cookie. So if you want to smell like buttery almond extract, it's not a milky type of scent, but it is more almond extract-ish, then I would go for this one. So had to put in a gourmand. This is definitely very gourmand for winter. Perfect Christmas cookies, Christmassy, gourmandy type of scent. So that's Almond Cookies and Milk by Sugar and Milk Company. Okay, and the last one I have is one of my favorite scents, and I think I've had it for probably 3+ years as well. It's been aging. It's Alkemia's Evil Temptress, and this one I have is the Yule Time. And my experience with Yule Time is that it definitely projects more and it lasts so much longer. So I have this in Yule Time, I have this in the regular oil sample, and I also have an EDP spray bottle of it. That's how much I really like this scent. And if you need a sexy going out scent, this is definitely it. It has a naughty elegance of saffron, bourbon roses, um, Ceylon cinnamon, spicy carnation, pears and honey cognac, cashmere and hay, dark caramel, black opium, and cardamom, infused patchouli with a flick of black leather. So I love this because it's boozy, it's spicy, it's sexy, it's honey infused leather, pear. Oh, it's so good. It's like a touch gourmand, but with a spicy leatheriness. And I really like it. I think it's a dark nighttime scent, and I think it's perfect for the winter because it really does perform well with cold weather. And I think all you really, I don't know if you could actually, I have never tested it. I've never tested the Yule Time and the regular oil just side by side to see how long the lasting power is on both of them and what is the difference. But I do get a lot more projection and a lot more throw with the Yule Time version, and it lasts me all night. Like if I go out and I go out, let's say around like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, I can still smell it like at 4 o'clock in the morning, let's say, or the next day. And this definitely lasts on my clothes too way longer because I'll use this and then I'll layer it with the EDP spray, and it's super strong. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning it is a little bit masculine. You do get a little bit of masculineness, and it's very strong, but it dissipates for some reason and it calms down and it starts to get more honey infused and pear and spicy and cardamom, and oh, I love this one. It's so good. And it's what made me fall in love with Alkemia and their house because I think their house is a little bit more perfumey scents. They have a lot of orange blossom. They have a lot of, like amber, and I think their scents are a little bit more perfumey, and they're the closest that you can get to kind of like mainstream perfumes type of scents. Um, but this was like a really good transition for me from mainstream to indies because um, this smells like a more typical type of perfume, not so much like, let's say, like these that are more edible and foodie. This smells more traditional and kind of like what you expect from a perfume. And I I just really like this one, and I haven't found another scent that can replace this one for me. This one is just so high up there, and it always has a dear place in my heart because it's one of my first indie scents that I purchased, and I had to upsize and get everything for it. So this one is Evil Temptress by Alchemia. That is it. And so next time I'm gonna go ahead and have some other scents for you guys. I have still more houses to review. I have a lot of sample sets from other houses as well. So let me know if you guys liked these, what winter perfumes you guys prefer, and so that I can try them out as well, because I love that about the indie community, that you guys are so, you know, thoughtful, and you always are appreciative of everyone's opinions, and you let everyone know, what you guys like, and other people get ideas, and that's how I get ideas on which scents would work for me. So just let me know what you guys think, and thank you guys. Bye.